What's up and welcome to the channel. I'm the Shotgun Shogun, and this video is going to be going over the Shotgun Shogun September Showdown. Now, you'll notice that I've got no green screen. I'm in the middle of moving my office around and trying to figure out how to get this green screen to work with my pitched ceilings, but that's not what you're here for. You're here for the rundown of the tournament, stat-wise, as well as whatever the announcement is that I probably put in the title, though I'm sure that by now you will already know, or you can probably wager a guess. So we recently had the Shotgun Shogun September Showdown. Now, this was last weekend, depending on when this comes out or when you're watching this. So we had 32 of the best players in the game fighting for $1,200, and it was amazing. Some of the players like Tatsuni's, Surmiya, Booty Pop coming all the way up through the Champions Cup and taking second place in the main tournament. Amazing stuff. A lot of these players were bringing out crazy things, which we'll talk about. 55 different units picked in this. Now, one of the criticisms that I saw was, oh, every fight was exactly the same. It was just the bruiser meta, just the bruiser meta, just the bruiser meta. Well, that's completely wrong. 55 units picked overall. Now, I mean, that's a lot more than the 10 units that a lot of people think made it through every single round. And there's a lot of actually really surprising stats out of this. A lot of units that people would think win literally everything ever, all you got to do is pick it, but didn't actually have that phenomenal of a win rate, right? So one of the first ones up, I'm going to go from alphabetical order down, we're going to talk a little bit about these and stuff like that, was Angelic Montmorency. Now, picked 3 times and won 2/3 of the game. That's of her games. Now, that is huge. Angelic Montmorency, very, very strong unit. A lot of people, I think, overlook it, and especially in a meta with a lot of debuffers, she is very, very strong. Now, one of the things that Kaz pointed out during the tournament is running a Montmorency on Shamadra staff, probably the best one out of using the tome, right? Because you really don't need to cycle as much as you do need to make up for her very mediocre healing, right, on her S2. So Shamadra staff, huge thing. Not only that, but it increases her effect resist, which, you know, your Angelic Montmorency is going to have like 500 effect resist, right? The next one, and I'm actually going to talk about the tanks altogether. So you have Adventurer Rosh, you have Falconeer Query, you have Lilius, you have FCC, and you have Crow. Now, I don't really count ML Crow in that because he's more of a bruiser, right? So Adventurer Ross got picked 15 times. He did get banned out twice, and he had a 53.33% win rate. This is actually pretty solid. I really liked a lot of the stuff that people brought in with Adventurer Ross, right? Now, Falconeer Query, it's absolutely no surprise. Picked 28 times, pre-banned 11 times, got post-banned 4 times, 42.86% win rate. Now, there's a lot of other stuff that goes into this, but being that Falconeer Query was picked and pre-banned almost as much as Fallen Cecilia, who was picked 30 times, pre-banned 16, and post-banned 3 times with a 43.33% win rate, is really huge and a testament to the character in general, right? You have a 3-star that is on par with Fallen Cecilia, literally the poster child for mitigation tanks, right? Very, very strong unit up there. You know, you do have a bit more of a sample size for both of those. Now, one of the units I was really surprised not to see much of is Blue Crow, and he only got picked 12 times, never got pre-banned, never got post-banned, only hit a 41.67% win rate. So that's really surprising. Now, Lilius got picked 30 times, never pre-banned, never post-banned, 60% win rate. The amount of things that Lilius enables, the double attack, the provoke, the shield, the cleanse, the pushback, is huge. It's really huge. You can build her like a bruiser. She puts out decent amounts of damage. She can hold a mitigation artifact. She is a lot. Now, if you bring her into like a Rowana or an SSB, then it's a little bit dangerous, but a lot of times you aren't going to want to draft that into those, obviously, or you ban the Rowana or you ban the SSB. But Lilius coming out as the strongest tank out of the group with the 60% win rate. Now, it is pretty interesting that Lilius and FCC both had the same pick rate. 30 times. Nobody banned or pre-banned Lilius, but she had a 60% win rate. That's pretty big in my opinion. I really like Lilius, always been a really big fan of Lilius. Some of the things that were kind of interesting here were Ambitious Tywin, right? Very overpowered unit, pre-banned 11 times, but did make it through 12 times, never got post-banned, 58.33% win rate on him. Just going to show that he is very, very strong currently. Arbiter Vildred, as everybody expects, 22 times he made it through, 8 pre-bans, 6 post-bans, had a 59.09% win rate. Arbiter Vildred still very strong, especially depending on what you bring him into and what you pair up with him. Now, the 2 assassins, Kali and Sid, a little bit of a different story on both of these, right? Assassin Sid made it through 4 times, did get post-banned 3 times. Assassin Kali, though, made it through 4 times as well. Assassin Sid, 100% win rate. Assassin Kali, a 25% win rate. Very big discrepancy there. So I like the Assassin Sid win rate there. I've been a big fan of Assassin Sid. Need to build my own back up. Bassar, the man, the myth that makes people quake in their boots, only had a 25% win rate. Got picked 4 times, pre-banned 4 times, post-banned 8 times. 1 win. That's it. Same with Benevolent Roman, though, actually. Benevolent Roman got through 4 times. No pre-ban, 4 post-bans. Again, 25% win rate. A little odd. I like Benevolent Roman, but a lot of times, much like other things, that first turn can really screw you over. Sirmia actually had a 100% win rate. Same with champion Zerato, who, everybody said was absolute garbage after they fixed his bug. Sirmia only got picked 1 time, and it was the crazy counterattack Sigurd Scythe Sirmia, which was insane to watch. Champ Zerato, 2 for 2. Very strong unit, especially in the debuff meta. Still can't really stop him. For healers, you have DN and you have Ruel of Light. DN got picked 18 times, post-banned 5 times, 33.33%, repeating, of course, win rate on that one, whereas Ruel of Light got picked 32 times. It's, literally the most picked unit in this tournament, 46.88% win rate here. So, just goes to show you, Ruel of Light, very, very strong, very super strong unit. Dizzy, very big staple in the tournament as well. 16 picks, 2 pre-bans, 2 post-bans, 37.5% win rate here. The problem with Dizzy is that you can really counter her with Cleanse. You can counter her with immunity if she's not on Violin, if you're trying to run a kind of crown Dizzy. Not only that, you can just blow her up, right? So didn't put in as much work as a lot of other characters. Speaking of putting in work, level 40 Judith, picked twice, never banned, 100% win rate. That's right, a level 40 Judith. We did see the new Last Rider Crow come out quite a bit, actually. 16 times, pre-ban 6 times, post-ban twice, 37.5% win rate on that. Seeing as the unit's new, it was only out for a couple of days before the tournament. Actually pretty good showing, in my opinion. I think a lot of people didn't know the proper full-on build, what to take him into, stuff like that. It was a little bit brand new for a lot of people. So I actually really enjoyed seeing people trying this out. I actually picked more times than Blue Crow. So there's that. Remnant Violet. Sometimes evasion works, sometimes evasion well, is my Remnant Violet. Picked 17 times, pre-banned 11 times, post-banned 6 times, made it through 17 times, a 58.82% win rate on this guy. Actually really kind of not surprising, because when he pops off and when he's in the right team, dude is really, really, really strong. But just kind of goes to show that Remnant Violet is very strong, up there with the Arbiter Vildred, up there with the Ambitious Tywin in terms of win percentages. The next one is going to be zero surprise for anybody, and this is going to be Seaside Bologna. Made it through 15 times, 11 pre-bans, 9 post-bans, 73.33% win rate. That's just super, super huge when it comes to win rate. Actually, of the units that weren't like very small sample sizes, the Sirmia, stuff like that, highest win percentage of any damage dealing character that was picked in the tournament. So it just goes to show that no matter how many counters they put in, Seaside Belle is still doing work to this day, as a matter of fact. Spectre Tenebria picked through 20 times, pre-banned 4, post-banned 8, only a 55% win rate though. Problem with Spectre Tenebria is that if you got reach, it's really tough for her to do too much, right? You also have Singelica, who was picked twice, 0% win rate. 0% win rate. You also have Silverblade Aramitha, made it through 3 times, 100% win rate on all of those, because, well, she's just going to stun you, and, well, that's probably bad news for you. The one that really, really surprised me here was the Tempest Surin, and she made it through 16 times, post-banned 4 times, only a 31.25% win rate. So I was a little surprised, because Tempest Surin typically puts in really heavy work. She does very, very phenomenal in most situations, very hard to kill her. But the other thing too is Lilius makes her a little bit easier to kill, because you have the double up, which can stop a Tempest Surin in her tracks, because you will negate her passive, right? So a little bit of that, a little bit of Alencia. Alencia was picked quite a bit as well. But some of the sleepers, man, like the Sirmia, the Assyria was picked 10 times, made it through 50% win rate. We did see an effectiveness Assyria as well as the Bruiser Assyria from Booty Pop. But a lot of really, really good plays. Most pre-ban, FCC, obviously. Most picked, Ruel, like I said. Most post-ban was ML Haste. So like I said, 55 units were picked in this. And I think one of the big things for me was just the different types of players and who they brought, things along those lines. It was interesting because you had like Kaon, who was control cleave. And then you had Light, who was just literally as fast as Light. You also had Dizzy Cleave. You had your normal tank people. You had your stall teams. You had some people who were trying to do control. And then you just like literally had Booty Pop hold that Broman until the last possible second and then bring him out in the last game of the tournament. But it was super huge. Almost 1,500 people came out to watch. Was $1,200 the biggest tournament at the time? We had an extra $200 donation into it. But with all of that said, I want to thank everybody who came out, and we're going to get to the announcement. That's right. We're going to be starting the Shogun circuit. This is going to be every quarter. We're going to have these enormous tournaments. The next one is slated for December. It's going to be the same weekend, probably whatever falls around the 19th, 17th, 18th, 19th. We're going to be 3 days this time, because I feel like the best of one in the first round was just, I hate best of one, but in the sake of time, we had to do best of one because it was 32 people. So this time around, we're doing 3 days, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll spread it out a little bit. We can do more things. We can have more people. We can best of 3 from the very beginning, and we can have enough time. We'll also be bringing in potentially different casters each time, all the way up to the finals. There's going to be more giveaways. There's going to be just more stuff, and I'm really hyped for this. But You're probably asking, how do I get into this? So the top 4 winners from the September Showdown already have a spot. We're going to bring in the Champions Cup again. That's right. Every month until the big one. So that's 2. We're going to host a Champions Cup. I'm going to have the sign up in the description. We're going to pick 32 people from that one as well. We're going to do another Friday, Saturday, Sunday every single month. That's right. Every month we are going to have RTA tournaments now. 32 people, the top 4 of each of those 2 get into the main tournament. Not only that, but then the remaining 20 people will be picked from the tournament, from the RTA ladder. These guys are going to be invited personally based on their win rates, how well they're known in the community, what's their drafting, are they like a crazy drafter, things like that. So one of the things that you can do in order to get a spot in, especially if you're one of those Legends players, are you interesting to watch? Let me know. Have other people tell me, this guy drafts like an absolute madman. When you're going into the Champions Cups, there is a potential for people who play out of their mind and draft like real crazy. Maybe you can get in there, especially if you're a legend. This also gives you the incentive to try during the RTA season, right? Because I am going to be hand selecting those people from the top of the charts in personal invites, right? So there's 20 people, and chances are I'm gonna probably reach out to people throughout the 3 months and secure a spot for them. So one of the big things that I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to be fair when we bring the Champions Cups together, right? Yeah, you're going to have 32 people. It's going to be real hard to get a lot of people in there, but one of the things is we let Booty Pop in last time, right? Champion player, doesn't really try in the main season. He took 2nd place. So I want to find more people like that. That's the type of people that I want to see in the tournament. I want to see the Cinderella stories because it's so hype, right? One of my favorite things was just the legend that has become Booty Pop XXX after the previous tournament. So there's going to be a lot more. There's going to be a lot more RTA, a lot more tournament coverage on the channel. So get used to that, because after hosting that last one, I had so much fun hosting it and doing everything. And so there's going to be a lot more coming, more information, but in the description is going to be the sign up for the first Champions Cup, which will be in about 3 weeks. It will take place on October 16th, 17th, and 18th. So make sure that you sign up for that. I will leave it open for a week. I will get back to everybody at the end of said closing time, and I will let you know whether or not you got in. So definitely make sure you sign up for that. Stay up to date. By the way, I need to change this light. It is really, really bright and just bleeding out my face. It'll get fixed eventually in my office. But regardless of that, yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of stuff, man. I'm so hype about it. And again, I want to thank everybody who came out to watch the tournament, the players included. It was a long time tournament, but get ready for more RTA coverage, more RTA, more of everything. And oh yeah, that's right, I didn't tell you guys. It's going to be the Shogun Winter Snowdown in December. So get ready. Somebody's going to be winning potentially $2,000. That's right. I got to go bigger than I did before. This will be a potential $2,000 tournament. Prizes for everybody in the chat as well. If you would like to get in on sponsoring this, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always, anything that comes in goes right back out to the contestants, and really building up the competitive RTA scene and hype. But I'm going to get out of here. I've got a couple other things I've got to do, but make sure you guys sign up, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy, homies. Peace.
Shogun.